You are Taylor Brooker? Or Booker, sorry. Ms. Brooker, you're charged with assault of a family member. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, ma'am.
Officers were dispatched to a residence in Harris County, Texas, in response to an assault. The complainant, defendant's sister, told officers that she and the defendant got into an argument. The complainant was sitting on the couch when the defendant came and stood over her and tried to take complainant's phone out of her hand. The complainant pushed defendant away and the defendant began striking the complainant. The complainant told officers that defendant was holding the complainant by the hair and bit her on the ear, breaking the skin and causing pain. Judge, this defendant has also had a prior AFM, impeding breath, with the same complainant. We've spoken to the complainant and she wants no contact.
Ms. Brooker, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm ordering you now not to have any contact with this person whatsoever. Do you understand?
Sure.
I'm also ordering you as a condition of your bond not to be in possession of weapons as well. If I find that you're in possession of your weapons, you try to have contact with this person in whatever means. I don't care. No, contact me.
Pause for a moment. Notice what just happened? This is a textbook move from Judge Fleischer. He's not merely issuing a legal warning. He's outlining a lifestyle boundary to keep Taylor away from trouble. When he says no Snapchat, it's not casual, it's calculated. He understands how these small rules get bent. This moment isn't about punishment, it's about control. And with Taylor's defiant attitude, that control might not last long.
No Snapchat, Facebook, social media. Do you understand?
Sure.
I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're using, likewise, I will put you in jail. How old are you, ma'am? You're 21. What do you do with yourself now?
I take care of my grandparents. I do healthcare.
You get paid for that?
Yes, sir.
How much money do you make a month?
1K a month. 1K a month.
Did you graduate from high school?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to work on that right now. I am making that a condition of your bond. You cannot go through life at the minimum without a high school education. I'm going to bring you back. I'll give you a lawyer. Are you really rolling your eyes at me?
I can't hear you. That's
I want you to work on getting your GED.
fine.
I'm making that a condition of your bond.
Oh, she just rolled her eyes at him. In what universe did she think that was a good idea? You don't throw attitude at a judge who can literally put you behind bars. Right here, this is the moment the entire courtroom shifts. He was giving her a chance, and she just set it on fire. From here on out, it's not guidance anymore, it's hard lessons. Buckle up.
I heard that part. I just didn't hear anything else, sir.
I'm sending you for a drug and alcohol test right now. I want to know what, if anything, is in your system. If you fail to take the test, if you fail to come back, I'm going to revoke your bond. You
Sorry.
understand? I'm sending you for a drug and alcohol test right now. I want to know what, if anything, is in your system. If you fail to take the drug test, if you fail to come back, I will issue a warrant for your arrest. Do you understand? When you come back, we will talk about your lawyer situation, about working on your getting your GED as well. Felicia,
Yes, sir.
what'd she test positive for?
I have
Anything else?
no, just here.
No more.
Okay.
You will be tested 40 days from today. If you test positive again, I'm going to put you in jail. You will not get any more PR bonds. Do you understand?
Sir.
Josh, what's your last name again? That's right. 40 days from today, maybe 42, maybe 45, I will test you again for marijuana. If you test positive again, or if you consume alcohol, your bond will be revoked. You will go into custody. I'm also entering in what's called a magistrate's order for emergency protection. And what this is this is a court order that identifies Caleb Precious Booker as a protected individual. You cannot commit family violence or an assault against this person, commit an act in furtherance of an offense under section 42.072 of the Texas Penal Code, which is the stalking statute. You cannot threaten, harass, use another person to communicate a threat or harassing behavior. You cannot be in possession of a weapon or go within 200 feet of 225 South 13th, apartment 18.
When he says things will go sideways really quick, that's no exaggeration. It's a warning. Moments later, he issues an emergency protective order, stacking it on top of the existing conditions. At this point, Judge Fleischer is more than a legal authority. He's acting as a human safeguard against further chaos. For Taylor Brooker, the situation has shifted from personal reform to legal survival.
Do you understand? You cannot go within 200 feet of where she lives or where she works. If you violate this court order, the state will file additional charges against you, and then things will go sideways really quick. Do you understand?
Sure,
No contact whatsoever by any means.
sure.
Okay, so what we'll do is we will reset the case for about 42 days, 43 days, 45 perhaps. And then she must be here at the next setting. And then just if you don't mind letting them know, we've issued the order for protection. So if somehow Ms. Booker reaches out to the person, then warrant issues. We've given you a lawyer. It is your responsibility to stay in touch with Josh, and he will tell you when you have to come back to court. If Josh tells me that he can't get a hold of you, I will issue a warrant for your arrest.
Sure.
Do you see how many people we've put into jail today?
Sure.
Do you know why?
Yes, I was listening.
Good. All we want are streets to be safe.
I
And as
understand.
long as you can do that, then you and I will be best friends. Otherwise, you got it. Okay? Good luck, Ms. Booker. Thanks, Josh. So who's Leslie Vasquez? Okay, and you are Ashley Varela. Okay, ladies, both of you are charged, or you're charged with theft. You are also charged with theft. Both of you are facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you.
On October 29th of 2024, officers were dispatched to a theft of a business at a Target located at 1801 West Bay Area Boulevard. Upon arrival, officer met with the complainant, who advised that two Hispanic males were concealing items inside of a stroller and Target bags. The complainant stated the females exited the store, passing all points of sale, and were subsequently detained and taken into the Asset Protection Office. The females were detained for passing all points of sale, and the total cost of the stolen items was $333.19.
And we saw them acting in concert with this.
Yes,
Okay.
Judge.
Ladies, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm ordering you both not to go back to any Target. Do you understand? Do not pick up any new cases, otherwise I will put you in jail. You will not get any more PR bonds. How old are you, ma'am?
19.
How old are you, ma'am? What do you guys do for a living?
I don't work.
Did you graduate from high school?
Huh?
Did you graduate from high school?
Not yet.
Not
I
yet.
dropped
You're
out.
19.
I dropped
Start
out.
going to college at 19. What are you doing with yourself now?
I just recently quit my job.
Doing,
My husband didn't want me working anymore.
so you're going to rely on your husband for the rest of your life? That's not a good way to go through life, because that husband at some point may not be there. And if he's not there for you, how are you going to eat? How are you going to support yourself? I have a very young daughter, and one of the things that I'm teaching my daughter is never to rely on any man for any reason. That's why you get an education. That's why you go far in life, so you never have to rely on anyone to be able to take care of you. Because of that, the divorce rate in this country is so high. Never rely on a man, ever. You need to do something with your life, and you need to get back into high school, and we're going to make sure that that happens. Do you understand? I will appoint your lawyer today, but I want to see what you've done in 2 weeks to get back in high school if you've done nothing.
And this is the heartbreaking counterpoint. The system sees a statistic, but there's a real person here with real struggles. My baby. That changes everything and nothing all at once. The judge sees it as an excuse. She sees it as her reality. This is the brutal clash we see in court every single day.
Tell me about yourself.
I recently stopped high school because I just had my baby, but I'm trying to get back into school.
No. Likewise, you will be on the same path as well. And if you've done nothing, same thing. Don't ever rely on a man. Men are just, some men are good, some men are not very good, but you need to be able to rely on yourself so that you work, have knowledge, because if you don't, you'll go nowhere in life. You'll never have money and you'll always have to rely on a man. Don't. Be smarter. All right. So if you can appoint lawyers to both of them, and then we will have you sign conditions that you're not allowed to go to Target. And I want to see you both back in 2 weeks to see what you've done to start working on your GED. At a minimum, you cannot go through life without having a high school education. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'll have you sign a recess with Victoria, and then we'll have you take a seat in the jury box over there. Come on.
Are those through us?
Wonderful.
Are those through us, Judge, or?
Yeah.
So no entering Target, no.
You're going to Target, and then either GED or high school diploma. Good morning, ma'am. You are Yurisbel Perez Leyva.
Yes.
Ma'am, you're charged with prostitution. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you.
On November 1st, 2024, officers were working in an undercover capacity while conducting a vice investigation at Glamour Girls, a sexual-oriented business located at 14428 Hempstead Road in Harris County, Texas. While inside, officer was approached by the defendant. The two engaged in a conversation that turned sexual in nature. The defendant asked the officer if he wanted to go to the VIP room in return for $120. When officer asked what it would include, the defendant replied, "Me." Officer told the defendant that he wanted to fuck, and the defendant smiled at him and said, "Okay, everything for $400. The defendant agreed to have straight sex with the officer for a fee of $400.
Ma'am, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm going to order you as a condition of your bond not to engage in like-kind activity. If I find that you continue with this, I'm going to put you in jail. You will not get any more PR bonds. Do you understand?
Okay.
Would you like to apply for a court-appointed lawyer, ma'am? Okay, we will give you an application. I need to know how much money you make a month. I will take a look at it. And then if you qualify, I will give you a lawyer today. I'll have you sign a receipt with Victoria, and then we will have you take a seat in the jury box. Do not leave until you sign our bond conditions. Otherwise, I'll issue a warrant for your arrest. When you apply for a court-appointed lawyer, you have to qualify. If you make too much money, you just don't qualify. In the affidavit you filled out, you're stating that you make $8,000 a month.
Yes, sir.
This is true.
Si eso es verdad,
Don't qualify
no
for an appointed
califica para un
lawyer,
abogado
man.
de oficio. Quedan más tiempo. No, solo mire el juez, por favor.
You really make $8,000
¿Ya
a
gana
month?
$8,000 por mes?
Es que eso es algo que no,
Solo mire el juez. Y
que
hable
no
con él.
sabría decirle porque
I want you to tell me the truth.
It's just something I wouldn't know what to tell you. Me gustaría que me digan la verdad.
know how much money.
Solo usted sabe
All
cuánto dinero
sources.
gana.
I just need you to tell me the truth. Do you really make 8,000 a
Ya
month?
gana como $8,000 por mes.
es que no sabría decirlo porque no sé exactamente lo que hago por día. Varía, en el día puedo ser exactamente $100, depende.
Well, le pido por favor que no me mire a mí, solo mire al juez. I couldn't tell you with any certainty because it varies, my income from day to day. I could make on one day $100, but it depends.
I don't want you to engage in this
Yo no quiero
behavior
que se involucre en
anymore.
este comportamiento ya más.
I want you to understand that if you continue with this, I will put you in jail. You are not allowed to continue with this type of
Va a poder continuar con ese tipo de
income, so to speak. Do you understand?
Sí, ¿usted entiende?
Ujú.
Tiene que hablar.
Knowing
Señor,
that.
señor, tiene que hablar.
Sí, señor.
Yes, sir.
Knowing that,
Sabiendo eso,
what kind of income do you have coming in? Are you married?
¿qué ingreso tienes? ¿Eres casada?
Sí,
Yes.
What is your husband?
¿A qué se dedica su esposo?
estamos casados, pero no mantengo una relación con él.
I'm married, but I don't maintain a relationship with him.
Get any income from
¿Usted
him?
recibe ingreso de parte de él?
No.
No.
Do you have children?
¿Usted tiene hijos?
Sí, pero en Cuba.
Yes, but in Cuba.
Guess what we can do is I can send you home with an application and you take time, think about it. But I need to know
Yo
what your
necesito
true income is.
que en realidad cuál es su
And
verdadero
then if you qualify, we'll give you a lawyer, but I really need to know what your income is. And
Ya necesito saber.
8,000, just you don't qualify. So I'll send you with one, but I want you to understand, you're not to engage in this behavior.
And there's the checkmate. By claiming that high income, she disqualified herself from a free lawyer, but admitting where it really comes from would be a confession. He's backed her into a corner of her own making. He's not buying the story. And now she has to go hire a lawyer she probably can't afford. A brutal lesson in the consequences of not being straight with the court.
Involucrarme en
So when you fill out this application, it's not taking this into account.
consideración.
Do you understand?
¿Se entendió?
Sí, señor.
No more of this.
Ya no más de esto.
Sí, señor.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Okay.
all right. Please.
Pase a la izquierda, por favor. Agarre su bolsa.
You Patrick Royal. Mr. Royal, you're charged with unlawful carrying of a weapon. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present if you cannot afford one. One will be appointed to you, sir. Okay.
On November 1st of 2024, officers conducted a traffic stop at the 4,000 block of State Highway 6 after observing the vehicle have illegal tints on the front side windows and front windshield, preventing any visibility into the vehicle. An NCIC search of the defendant revealed him to have a suspended and invalid driver's license and an active Class C warrant for DWI. An inventory search of the vehicle revealed an extended 9mm magazine on the front right passenger side, as well as a 9mm semi-automatic handgun within plain view on the front middle seat,
Don't look at her computer.
not secured in a holster. The defendant did not have a license to carry. And he does have prior criminal history, Judge.
Curious, he has a prior UCW, same facts?
He also has two from Fort Bend, not UCWs, but I'm looking at the other case, Judge, from this county. In that one, he made
This is
a,
a fourth then.
it's the fourth charge, yes, Judge. In the other UCW, he made an illegal U-turn in an open intersection. He was a sole operator. The defendant opened the glove compartment to get his wallet, and officers saw the magazine to a handgun. Officer then told the defendant to let down his rear window due to the window tint being extremely dark. So it was the same set of facts, Judge.
Well, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to have any weapons in your possession. I'm also ordering you as a condition of your bond not to drive any vehicle whatsoever for any reason. You will be signing an affidavit with me today, promising me you're not going to drive. Am I boring you, Mr. Royal? Am I boring you? You're sitting here where you're rolling your eyes, looking up at the stars like,
No, I'm trying to clock in what you're saying, well, Your Honor. Trying to clock in. I'm listening to everything. I'm trying to listen. I ain't trying to listen. Working
what do you do for a living, Mr. Royal?
construction work.
This is an affidavit that you're going to sign today, promising me that you're not going to drive, Mr. Royal. I don't care what's going on in your life. I don't care that you have to go to work. I don't care that you need groceries. I don't care that a kid has to go to school. If you want to drive, go get a license, get liability insurance. And if you can show me that you have both of those, I will allow you to drive. What?
The one she said where I got pulled over last year, they
Don't care about the case from last year.
No,
We're
I
not
went and got
looking
a
back.
license.
We're
I have a
looking,
license now. That's what I'm saying. I went and go get a license. They told me that I had to get a license to get that dismissed, and they dismissed it. I got it. Then I got a ticket for 10, and that's what I needed to pay. That's what it was. But I have a license. So I just paid a lot.
just ran your license. It's not eligible. Did you just run his license?
I ran it when I screened, Judge.
Yeah,
I'm checking
this
again
is
right
what it
now.
was for. That I went to court for it, and they dismissed
Mr.
it.
Royal, they just checked in the DPS system.
Saying that there's no license, Judge.
Just
Do they know
tell me
where-
that you
do
have a
they know
driver's
where-
license?
Do they know why? Can y'all tell me where it's still suspended at?
I don't have. that in
Texas.
I ain't trying to cause no problems. No problem.
Are you telling me that you have a Texas driver license?
But I mean, I guess it's suspended, but I have a Texas, yeah.
Do you have a number? Because we'll check right now. Yeah, give us a number. We'll check to make sure that it's valid or not.
the number, Judge.
Perhaps it's a different number. You know, when it gets suspended and then they
Yeah,
get
maybe
a new
that's.
license, if just the number. Yeah.
Deputy, not on camera.
Please do not read it out loud.
Thank you.
It's the same number.
It's the same number? Okay. If it's the same number, it's suspended. You cannot drive. I'm making it a condition of your bond, Mr. Royal. I don't care what's going on in your life. You need to call DPS to figure out what's going on with your license and why you need to get it back. But one of us is not learning something. This is now your fifth to probably sixth case, and it all stems from one thing. What is that one thing? What is the one thing that keeps getting you pulled over? Right. And it will continue to happen over and over. One of these things has to change. I'm going to have you come up here, swear to us that you're not going to drive. I'm going to get you to Victoria, sign a reset. I'll then have you take a seat in the jury box while we get your bond conditions for you not to have a weapon. While you're thinking, you're not listening. Just let me finish my spiel, and then I'll answer your questions. I want you to sign the bond conditions that you're not to have any weapons, and then we'll let you go hire a lawyer. What did you want to ask?
Get my license and stop or whatever. How do I do that? Well, I just gotta pay my tickets and stuff.
I'm giving you the number to the driver's license division to DPS. You need to call this number, and they will tell you what you need to do to get your license.
I'm saying the restriction. Like, how do I get my restriction on the next time?
You need to call DPS to figure out what you need to do to get your license. I don't know. You may have to pay surcharges. You may need an SR 22. You may need to prove to them that you have prepaid insurance for a certain amount of time. Once you do that, then they will give you your license back. If you can show me that you have that and insurance, I'll happily take the restriction off because I want you to drive legally. Mr. Royal, when you call them, call at 7 a.m. Do not call at 8. Do not call at 9, 10, because you'll never get through. The phone lines are just too busy. Come on up. Yes, please. No weapons, please. Are you with him? Who are you? Come on up, Mom. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. Mr. Melendez is charged with unlawful carrying of a weapon. He's facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. The last that we were doing probable cause, and I wanted to see whether there was actual probable cause to go forward or not. From what I gather, I mean, do you want to go ahead and read it so that she can hear it? Do you mind?
Yes, Judge, I can.
Okay.
So these charges stem from an evading arrest in a motor vehicle. This defendant was the back passenger in the car. Officers attempted to initiate a traffic stop at around midnight after observing the defendant vehicle run a stop sign. Officers activated emergency lights and sirens, and the driver of the vehicle disregarded them, turning off all lights in the vehicle, attempting to evade arrest. The driver drove for approximately 0.4 miles before driving off of the road and into a grassy area. A felony traffic stop was conducted. During the search of the vehicle, officers discovered an unholstered handgun on the back passenger floorboard where the defendant's feet were. They also found another handgun underneath the passenger seat itself.
So they found two handguns.
Yes, Judge.
This was an initial.
I know. It's not in the
Where's the
script.
first gun?
The first one is directly under the defendant's feet. The second one is in front of the defendant under the passenger seat.
Okay.
So one on the floorboard directly in front of him, he has care, custody, and control, and one of them directly under the passenger seat in front of him, which is unoccupied. And the defendant was also found, the gun was reported stolen notably, and this defendant had latex gloves on his hand at the time.
Do you have anything else?
No, Judge, the co-defendant was charged with evading arrest in a motor vehicle and unlawful carry of a weapon, pinning the gun under the passenger seat on him. So the gun under the floor, on the floorboard where the defendant's feet were, we are alleging is this defendant's gun. He has care, custody, and control of that. The one under this passenger seat is the defendant driver.
Yes, with the fact that he has a glove on.
Yes,
you know.
Judge.
Stop. Now's not the time. You have the right to remain silent. Exercise that right. How many people did you say were in the car?
2 people, Judge, defendant driver and defendant passenger.
Who is the driver?
The driver,
In what relation is it to Mr. Melendez here?
they both are
Pay attention.
17-year-olds, Judge. It looks like they may be friends. I don't know if there's any other relationship, but they're both 17.
What do you do with yourself these days? Doing what?
Auto detail. Auto detail.
Did you graduate from high school?
Not yet.
Are you in high school?
In a program.
What is he doing with himself these days, Mom?
He's working full-time.
But he's not in school.
He was currently doing a homeschool program, but I got behind on the payments. So until I can catch up, he can continue his homeschool program.
We have resources here that can help you get into free schooling to help him, because I want him to get his GED. He cannot go around without a minimum high school education, because you will amount to nothing in this life. This life is about one thing, and this country is about one thing. And if this last election shows you anything, this country is about one thing and one thing only. This, the almighty dollar. And if you don't have money, you don't have anything. You will not have anything in life. You will not have a wife. You will not have a house. You will not have vacations, car. If you don't have an education, you will not have money in your life. The journey that this life is It's either a great journey with money, vacations, things to do, or it can be a rotten toilet of an existence where you're in and out of jail, no money, living on the street, begging just to be able to eat. You are now at 17 with no prospects. It's not going to happen anymore. This system will not fail you. Do you understand?
Sir,
If I go test you now, what are you going to test positive for?
it's marijuana.
I'm sending you now. What else? If you're lying to me, it's not going to go well for
Should
you.
be.
I'm sending you now because I want to know what, if anything. You are not to hang out with this person anymore in the car. Do you understand?
Sir,
You are to get back into school or start any kind of program to start working your GED. And I will test you. And the next time you test positive for anything, I'm going to keep you with me. Chances are your mom doesn't have a lot of money. I'll make it a high bond. Your butt's going to stay in custody. You get my drift.
sir.
I want him to follow your rules. And if he gives you any grief, any kind of headache, you let me know and I'll take care of it. I really want what's best for him. And if he's out in the middle of the night, hanging out with, it's not going to happen. So I'm also going to put a curfew on you so you're not out in the middle of the night. You understand?
Sir.
No weapons as well. No drugs, alcohol, random testing. We will test you to say we will test you today to see what you're going to test positive for. And we'll give you a weapon. I'll give you a weapon. I will give you a lawyer. No weapon. I will give you a lawyer and I will pay for everything for you so that nothing comes out of your pocket. But understand, I mean business and I will not take any excuses from you. Do you understand, Ms. Melendez? Okay, man, take a seat. 10 p.m.
6 a.m.?
Yeah. Hi, Ralph.
Mr. how you doing?
Good morning. Who do we have here?
Maria Nambo. It's just Raymond, Your Honor.
Ramos?
Nambo,
Oh,
Nambo.
number, okay. Morning, Ms. Nambo.
Good morning.
Ma'am, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you.
Officers observed the 2017 black GMC Sierra failed to maintain a single lane by driving onto the curb and straddling the curb for 70 yards. Officer followed the truck and observed it to fail to obey a traffic signal by failing to stop at a red light. The truck had the front half protruding into the intersection. A traffic stop was conducted. The defendant appeared confused, fumbled with the key to turn off the vehicle. Officer observed a clear plastic baggie containing a green leafy substance in the center console in plain view. The defendant denied taking drugs or alcohol. The defendant could not locate the license, which officer could observe in her wallet. The defendant was unable to understand officer's directions and was swaying while standing. Officer observed HFD check on the defendant and they cleared the defendant, but then the defendant seemed to go almost unconscious. The defendant was transported to LPJ. DICs were read and the defendant consented to blood. Officers searched the vehicle and observed antipsychotics, antihistamines, antibiotics, and via juice. Nurses could not draw blood even though they tried multiple different points. Officers got a grand jury subpoena and medical records show the defendant had tested positive for cocaine, benzos, and cannabinoids.
Ms. Nambo, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm sending you now for a drug test. I want to know what, if anything, is in your system. You just had a DWI that was dismissed, so I'm now placing a restriction on your license that you're not allowed to drive any vehicle that doesn't have an ignition interlock on it. If you're caught driving a vehicle that doesn't have an interlock on it, you will go to jail. You will not get any more PR bonds. You understand?
Yes, sir.
If you have a drug and alcohol problem, you better address it, because if you don't, I'm going to do it for you. And I promise
I am
you're not going to like the way that I do it.
counseling and I'm doing counseling and see a psychiatrist.
address the drug issue, because I'm telling you now, I'm going to test you like crazy. And if I find that you have a problem, I will have a contempt hearing, hold you in contempt, slap you with 180 days, probate it for 2 years, and put you in a rehab facility. Don't use. My only concern is public safety. If you do anything to violate that or make my public unsafe, do you understand?
Sir, I haven't even gotten a traffic ticket since that stop.
Okay, so Ralph, I'm gonna send her for a test now. We'll have her come right back. Depending on what the test shows, we'll go forward. If you want to leave me your, I think I have your cell phone. Let me make sure. Leave me your cell phone. And then I can I'll text you as soon as she comes back and we'll go forward. Do you have a pen? Please. Thank you.
This way, Campbell.
Okay.
This way. All right, the next is page 21.
Mr. Mancias.
Yes, Your Honor.
You are on bond for an assault of a family member from April, and now you've picked up 2 more assaults of a family member. You're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Your Honor.
One of the complainants and the defendant are married. On November 2nd of 2024, officers were dispatched to an assault at a residential home in Harris County, Texas. Officers met with the complainant, who stated that she and the defendant have been common law spouses for 9 years, and that complainant and defendant were at complainant's father's house having a party. The complainant went to move their car so a guest could leave. The defendant became agitated and left. The complainant caught up with him and he was laying down on the ground. The defendant grabbed the complainant's hair and struck her with an open palm to the face. The defendant stated, "There's no mark, so there's no proof I hit you." The complainant stated she felt pain. Complainant 2 is the brother of complainant 1 and is 16 years old. Complainant 2 stated he saw the defendant cause the scene because of the vehicle being moved and observed the defendant cursing and screaming at complainant 1. Complainant 2 heard screaming and went back outside. The complainant 2 saw his dad holding the defendant by the wrist while on the ground. The defendant's parents.
Oh, so the son sees him holding the wife down. Is that what you're saying?
No, Judge, I'm saying that, so the brother, complainant 1's brother, saw his,
Complainant 1 being the wife.
yes, complainant 1 is wife, Judge.
Brother.
So complainant 2 saw his dad holding the defendant by the wrist while on the ground. Defendant's parents are called and the defendant was let go. The defendant began to yell and scream at complainant 2 again and then lunged at complainant 2's dad. Complainant 2 got in between them and the defendant struck complainant 2 with a closed fist to the side of his cheek. Complainant 2 struck the defendant once back. Officer stated a reasonable person would feel pain after being struck in the face, so he struck complainant 1 with an open palm and complainant 2.
Now, the complainant in the first assault, who is that?
Judge, it's Christian Martinez. So there are 2 complainants in the other assault.
This is my wife, Your Honor, Stephanie Martinez.
Do we need your help?
No, sir.
You're in enough hot water as it is, Mr. Mancias.
I understand, sir.
So it was the wife, Judge. So there are 2.
So she gets another round, right? The
Yes.
new case is against the same complaining witness.
And there are 3 open AFMs now in total.
What is the one thing I asked you not to do?
I understand, Your Honor.
Was there no protective order at the time?
was, there was a protective order, Judge.
Do we know if alcohol was an issue here as well?
This is a DVD case, so that's why we're looking it up, Judge. They said that they were having a celebration at the dad's house, so I would imagine, but I can't.
This was initially sent to the ERD, so I want to keep it again. We're going to keep it. Okay. Mr. Macias, I'm going to find that you are a complete and utter danger to my society. And there's only one thing that we do. Guess what happens now? I'm entering now magistrate orders for protection on both of those people. And I'm ordering you not to have any contact with either of these people. You violate these conditions, I will have a hearing as to whether I'm going to hold you at no bond.
Yes, Your
Do
Honor.
you understand?
I understand, sir.
I'm also now going to put a GPS monitor on you so I know where you are at all times. And I'm ordering you not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs.
Understood, sir.
You understand?
Yes, sir.
Any more issues, I'm going to make your bond so high you'll have teeth falling out.
Yes, Your Honor.
Goes with you.
May I make one statement?
No,
Steven, sign.
don't, no, don't worry about it.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.